show you how to use these dumplings and make a Thai basil dumpling soup. Gather your ingredients and tools. To start with, I'm making my bouillon. Next, I will be chopping up my vegetables. I'm just cutting the peas in little bite-sized pieces. I want to end up with about a half a cup. And then I happen to have some Blue Oyster mushrooms from North Spore. These are certainly fun to grow. Now I'm going to cut up these mushrooms and I'm going to try to make them bite-sized pieces. But I want that pretty flour, so to speak, to be able to be seen in the soup. You could use any mushrooms, and just by the way, North Spore has not sponsored this video. I just really like their products. And it's fun, you know, I like to grow things, so these are fun to grow. For in my soup, I just want it to be really pretty. Okay, that's about a half of a cup. I will use these mushrooms in another way. Okay, so that's about a half a cup of mushrooms and a half a cup of the sugar peas. Next, I want to chop up some onion. And this will be maybe a fourth of a cup. And then I want to garnish with the greens. So while I'm chopping, I'm just going to go ahead and chop the green tops and have that ready for my garnish. Next, I'm going to open up the dumplings. This particular brand has a sauce in the back, so simply peel that off. And I'm using this in the soup, and since I'm not cooking all of the dumplings, I'm going to just take and measure how much sauce is in here so I'll know how to divide it out. Well, that one a little bit messy. So I've opened up the dumplings, and I only want 3 of them since I'm making a single serve. But I want you to know that these freeze very well, so you can freeze them in a baggie or another type of airtight container. Get all of the air out of it. When I cut the package open, I leave part of it attached. Then I just fold this over and I put a rubber band around it, and then it will be ready for your freezer. Here it is, it's already labeled. Now it's time to saute the dumplings and vegetables. I'm going to do a light spray of cooking spray. You could put coconut oil, whatever you prefer. And the package says just to brown the dumplings on both sides. I'm putting the vegetables near the dumplings, but I want to be able to brown the dumplings on both sides. I'm moving the vegetables around a little bit to help them cook, and I'm checking to see if the dumplings have browned on that side. They need to brown a little bit more. I'll be back in a few minutes. I want to mention these Blue Oyster mushrooms are considered wild mushrooms, so they need cooked all the way through. Okay, as you can see, we're getting a little bit of browning on the bottom of the skillet. I added a little bouillon to release that flavor. Now turn off the heat, put in the rest of your bouillon, then add about a fourth of the sauce that came with the packet. However, I believe that's just soy sauce. And I want to see if the broth is hot enough. The broth got hot enough, but if you like yours hotter, heat for a few more minutes. This is how I plate it. I'm going to take the dumplings out just for a minute, and then I'm putting the soup into my bowl. That alone looks pretty yummy. And now I'm putting the dumplings in the soup, and I want the rounded side up. Then I'm garnishing it with some of those green onion tops. You can barely see them, but I still like the little bit of fresh flavor that they bring. There it is, bon appetit. Now for the taste test. It's a little bit easier to cut the dumplings as you're eating your soup. And you can see the filling from the dumplings just goes into the soup and adds like an additional layer of flavor. This is such a fun, messy soup to eat. Look at that little mushroom, a piece of dumpling, some onion, a snap pea. This is such a good soup. And it took almost no time to make. I think you're gonna like it. Please like, subscribe, and share.